The following is a special presentation of Soul Cafe Radio.
Fire's hot, but you won't bow. They say sit down, but you ask how. The lions roar, but you don't flinch. Faith won't move an inch. They build their walls, but you break through. You hold the line when the world won't do. A whisper calls for such a time. Will you draw the line? The crowd is loud, the stakes are high. Will you rise or will you hide? Will you take your stand like Moses at the sea? Will you lift your hand like Esther made decree? Will you walk alone though the flames demand? Will you take your stand? Will you take your stand? The storm rolls in, the night turns black, but courage burns, no turning back. They laughed at Noah, but he built the ark. You carry light into the dark. Pharaoh's throne looked like it ruled, but God sent Joseph calm and cool. Elijah stood on Mount of Fire, one man against a lie. The crowd is loud, the stakes are high. Will you rise or will you hide? Will you take your stand like Moses at the sea? Will you lift your hand like Esther made decree? Will you walk alone though the flames demand? Will you take your stand? Will you take your stand? Will you take your stand?
The following presentation is a production of Reunion Media Group. Please see the show description for the link and please support our show sponsors.
Welcome to Soul Cafe Radio. You are listening to From the Heart, a podcast designed to inspire, encourage, and educate the people of God. And now here is your host, the Word Master.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and whenever you're listening. You're tuned into Soul Cafe Studios from the Heart Podcast, and I'm your host, the Word Master. What a beautiful, encouraging, uplifting week we've had so far in our Steadfast series, and I trust that you would have been appreciated and enjoying it. Today, our topic is the power of prayer and perseverance. We're going to be looking at Luke 18:1 and the overall theme of that parable, and it says, "And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not faint." So one of the things that I've been obsessed about is the power of prayer generally. But in today's presentation, you can see that the power of prayer takes our steadfast walk, take it a notch higher to the next level. And we've seen in the example and the experience of this woman in Luke 18 how important it is, as we heard in our song just now. Will you take your stand? Will you stand your ground? The judge in the parable, we are told that he was just like her, just on the negative extreme. He would not budge, he would not bend, he would not bow. But you see, beloved, when you come against a force like that, you don't try to meet fire with fire, you don't try to meet like with like. You go a notch higher. And in this case, infinitely higher. You see, my beloved, ultimately, as I said, when in the course of seeking to take your stand, you've exhausted all avenue, then above all, we can pray. When the force says, no, you are about to pressure, you'll gather your compatriots and pray. When the force says, we will either bow to the pressure or be thrown in the lion's den, you open wide your window and you appeal to the God of heaven. And I could go down the list, my beloved, but we've seen that when God's people pray, something happens. And so I'm appealing to you today. Whenever your faith walk, whenever that steadfast experience starts to become shaky and you start to waver and wobble a bit, don't forget that you possess mighty power, the power of prayer. Notice what the judge says, even though I do not fear God, I do not fear man, I'm going to do this for her because if she keeps on coming, she's going to weary me. You see, beloved, that's what happens with every force that comes against the power of prayer. It wears it down. Its resistance becomes broken when God's people pray. My beloved, as we talked about in the other day, when temptation comes to you, you whisper a word of prayer. When you're going through hard times and difficulties, you whisper a word of prayer. When your faith doesn't seem sure, you go into your prayer closet and you fast and pray. My beloved, I cannot overemphasize enough the power of prayer in our faith walk, in our experience of being steadfast. And so today, from my heart to yours, as we start to wind down, I want to encourage each and every person listening on today to be more faithful in your prayer life. Don't take it for granted. Don't think that it's just something simple, because as just shown, prayer is an active part of the Christian warfare, and it cannot be dispensed with, because we do not ever want to lean on our own understanding when we are engaging in the warfare of this life. May God bless you super abundantly so to believe. Until next time.
The winds may howl, the waters rise, the storm may steal the brightest skies, but I won't bow, I won't let go. My anchor holds, my heart will show. Steadfast, unmovable, here I stand, abounding in the work of His hand. Faith unshaken, hope alive in His grace. I will thrive. The world may fade, the shadows fall, but through it all, I'll heed His call. No turning back, no looking down. With every step, I gain my ground. Steadfast, unmovable, here I stand.
preceding has been a presentation of Reunion Media Group.
Thank you for joining us today on Soul Cafe Radio. You've been listening to powerful music and messages for the mind and soul. Join us next time when we deliver more of the same. And remember to visit our website at www.soulcafeonline.org.